Hundreds of thousands of residents in South Carolina still without power after Hurricane Helene's devastating winds and heavy rain caused widespread damage throughout the state, including much of the Midlands. And new tonight, the South Carolina Department of Public Safety confirming 22 Helene-related deaths, making it one of the deadliest storms to hit the Palmetto State in decades. Nick Neville live on this story for us here in the studio. And Nick, what more can you tell us about where we are and the road ahead to recover and rebuild?
Greg, of course, so it's going to take a while. The destruction from Helene, described by Dominion Energy, one of the state's largest utility providers, as unprecedented, left more than 1 million without power on Friday morning, and that death toll now surpassing the 19 dead in the historic flooding from 2015. National and local organizations are coming together to assist in recovery efforts in the storm's aftermath.
No other storm has impacted across our service territory as completely and as devastating as Helene.
As crews are working around the clock to get the power back on for hundreds of thousands of South Carolinians, Dominion Energy's president reflecting on just how widespread the damage is. Many roads still impassable from downed trees, lives forever changed as trees and limbs fell on homes.
Material things can always be replaced. People can't.
And the death toll now at 22, approaching the lives lost during Hurricane Hugo back in 1989. FEMA coordinating with private sector, non-governmental, and community partners to help those affected.
FEMA personnel have been on the ground embedded with our state partners at emergency operation centers across all states impacted. Just because the storm has passed doesn't mean that there are no risks.
That help includes everything from meal distribution, road clearance, and damage assessment. Team Rubicon, a veteran-led disaster response team, deploying crews to 6 counties across the state. Meanwhile, Dominion expects power restoration efforts to continue well into next week.
We are working in areas now that have seen lots of damage, lots of downed trees taking down some of our transmission lines and distribution lines, lots of wind damage in these areas. The roads may not be accessible even. And so there's a lot of work that still has to be done in some of these areas before that power can be safely restored.
And many of you have been asking who gets power restored first in a situation like this. Dominion says that transmission lines that impact the most customers are prioritized first, as well as critical facilities like hospitals. Live in the studio, Nick Neville, WIS News 10.
All right, great information there, Nick. Thank you so much.